Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction and analysis. Today is someone new, Sohyang. Although I must confess, I did react to her once upon a time already, but you didn't see it. And the reason is because that video got blocked. If you haven't watched me for a long time, then you didn't know that I used to run the whole video all the way through and then make commentary afterwards. A lot of people liked that, and I liked that too, but it makes it so much harder to get those videos cleared, and the blocked one honestly was the end for me in terms of playing the whole video all the way through, because I put a lot of work into that video only to not even be able to share it with you. So it kind of took me a while to get back to Sohyang, and it wasn't her fault. Anyway, it's high time that I get to react to Sohyang. So we're gonna do Bridge Over Troubled Water, which I have not heard. This is a different video, and let's just get to it. Yes, okay, cool. So working backwards here from that nice sustained da, that clear, straight tone. Very deliberate choice there to not add any vibrato. Did you notice that chord that I mentioned? It created some tension. The chord choice created some tension, and the fact that she's staying on this straight tone here. So we're starting in this beautiful, angelic, light, delicate tone here. It's so light that if I hadn't seen her before, I would have no idea what she's capable of in terms of big notes, because her voice is just like a little glowing ember here. It's bright, it's beautiful, but it's small. It's a small little spark in the dark here. When you're like, check out those two phrases. Check out how her voice is representing those words. When you're feeling small. Didn't I just say it was bright but small? Did you notice also on the when you're weary? She cut off the end of that weary. She didn't hold that note. When you have those feelings, are you going to be singing long, strong notes? No. And it couldn't get more symbolically depicted than this, the way Sohyang is doing with her voice. A couple other highlights of this section. I'm on your side, oh, when times get rough. I'm on your side when times get rough. I love how here, in contrast to that really kind of short phrasing at the beginning, she's connecting this. Oh, when times get rough. On that rough, she's starting to sing out. She's starting to come into a chestier tone. She's giving us a little taste of some embellishment in the melody. She's she's tapping into some strength. She's being very careful with how much strength she's giving us right now. But she's giving it enough to show us, hey, I'm here for you. I got you. And then just one more little spot to highlight here, which is the phrase right after that. And friends just can't be found. Let's listen to that. And friend just can't be found. She went from like this fuller, chesty tone to back to that incredibly light, delicate, airy tone on this E. What's amazing about her high notes here is there's a very focused tone here, but it's so soft. So it's great technique, and also just in terms of the dynamics, again, just beautiful expression, because we start to feel that strength, that lifting, and then back to that fragility. Yes. That note was so impressive. When you're down and out. Whoa. When you're on the street. When living falls. Yes. So hard, I will comfort you. Those gospel style backgrounds are really, really juicy and full and vibrant. Her dynamic level, we're up to a mezzo forte now, much stronger tone, fuller resonance in the lower range in particular. In the higher range, what was the note? So hard. So you notice here, very, very quintessential mix tone there. It is so in the pocket mixed tone. Right there on the so hard, you can just tell she is one of these masters of the mixed voice. So yeah, let's keep going. I will comfort you. I'll take your part. When darkness it just went from like level 5 to level 100 in terms of the energy, in terms of the vocal skills on display, in terms of the intensity. Now, one thing I want to point out to my singers to study about Sohyang is one of the techniques she's using to really tap into that mixed voice. And it's this tiny little cry sound, which I mention a lot in my videos because it's really something that a lot of people don't consciously recognize. And it's a really helpful tool if you are working in this range. For example, on the word pain, we're up here on an E for the word pain, which is quite high. And pain just, E flat, E, these notes can be real tricky in the female voice. So if you use the cry, that kind of sound, I'm gonna sing it for you, you know what I'm talking about. And pain is all. Did you hear the difference that time? I was stronger. Oh yeah, I always forget. My iPhone compresses the sound basically when it's loud. So you might not be able to tell how much louder I was that time. But it was easy to get more focused air pressure over my vocal cords using a little sound. So she uses that sound a lot, that cry technique up here in this upper range to make these notes so expressive and so strong. Yes, did you hear what trick she did there? This is also just pure style, pure expression, but it also helps get up onto this note. And that was a fabulous bluesy slide from below the pitch up to the pitch. Lay me down, or whatever happened after that. So yeah, it's another thing that you can try, my singers, if you're struggling to get into some power on some higher notes in your range. Try sliding up to it. It just helps your voice be like, oh, okay, I get it. I know how it's supposed to feel, because that's the way it feels lower. Awesome, let's keep going. Okay, now you're just getting too crazy. Nobody belts a G. Okay, yes, people do, but very, very, very few. What the heck, Sohyang? That's amazing. Let's hear that particular note again. Those beautiful floating head voice notes there, those notes up there are actually much easier than what she was just doing in that mix range. It's actually the same note that she belted out just a second ago. We're on this G here. It's so much easier to sing it in head voice. A lot of people just think high is hard. It's actually not that hard for a soprano. What's more challenging is where she was sitting in the tessitura of this song. That means the range where most of these notes are hitting. And those happen to be these mixed tones that I'm just tired just listening to it. Like, you have to have so much vocal stamina to be able to continue in that tone. She's got the stamina, she's got the technique, and she's got incredible talent all working for her. Brought it down here. When darkness comes, let's see it again. Angelic. Those backgrounds. Wow. Yeah, it is that G. That G. She hit that G so many times in this song. Every single one of them. Such focused tone. Lots of strength, lots of power. Just pure mixed voice. I rarely hear anybody be able to hit that note in a mixed voice. It's very, very hard for people to mix this high. And when we do, we usually just like touch the note and get away from it as fast as possible. Like, down. See, I just touch the note for a second. That's okay. But to hold it, as long as she held it at the end, what? Let's hear that last note one more time. And I love how she fakes us out a bit too, because she's like all soft and breathy and whispery, I will lay me. And you think maybe she's just gonna end it all soft and breathy again, but no! She saved the biggest note for the very last note. I just wanna say one more thing that really worked so well in this song is the journey of this song. She really paced herself. Like I mentioned very much at the beginning, how she was really tapped into this tiny little glowing tone. And then for it to get huge, these crazy riffs, this crazy mixed tone. But once she got there, what I loved is that she didn't stay there for the last 4 minutes nonstop. She would bring it down. She and the arrangement, vocally and the music together, would come down in dynamic, come to like a softer place for a phrase or two, give her a chance to chill out. Although she sure doesn't sound like she needs it. That took so much energy and she made it look easy. Wow. So yeah, I'd love to know more about her. Those of you who are fans, let me know more about what she's been up to since this video came out, and what are the other songs that you love. Let me know so I can check them out. I hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time.